Hi everyone, I'm Marty, and I'm going to take 5 or 10 minutes to talk to you a little bit about our adaptive Taiji and Qigong program provided through disability partnerships. We do the same exercises that are done all over the world, standardized by the Chinese Martial Arts Association, for the Baduan Jin, which is the 8 pieces of brocade Qigong set, and also for the Taiji Quan. We introduced Taiji in several stages. First an 8-form set, followed by a 16-form set, and then finally the standard 24-form set that is practiced all over the planet by millions of people. Whatever you learn here, if you go into a class taught elsewhere that follows the same standard, and most do, you're going to feel right at home. So the only difference between what we're doing and what most people are doing is that we're seated and other people are standing. To start, we typically do the 8 pieces of brocade Qigong set to warm up. It would be trivializing Qigong to describe this as calisthenics or warm-ups for Taiji, although it's often used that way. It's really a health practice in its own right. And so I, for example, do it every morning. I get my morning coffee, I listen to the news, and then I do my Baduan Jin, and sets me up for the day. And then if I'm feeling really good, I might do Taiji right then, or maybe do it later, we'll see. But so we do that first, and I'm gonna show you the moves very, very quickly. In class, I will explain the move, demonstrate the move, talk about the breathing, talk about the focus. I'm not gonna do all that here because it's just an introductory video. I'm just gonna show you a little bit of what it looks like. And then we jump into the Taiji proper. Typically, I will introduce 2 or 3 new movements, and then we will go through as much of the form that we're working on as we know. So by the end of this year, if you join our class, you should be doing the same 24 forms that everybody else is doing all over the world. We always get ourselves planted, if we can, on the floor. Don't have to. If you're unable to do this, it's not a big deal. You can stay in your chair however you feel like. But the 8 brocade set, the first move is called 2 hands support heaven. And we'll do that probably 4 or 5 times. The next movement is draw bow, release arrow, and we do it on 2 different sides. So we start here. And then we go the other way. Each of these movements is designed to help relieve tension, stretch, and heal a different part of the body. Next movement is called separate heaven and earth. So, like this. And then back the other way. Now you may have noticed that I have a reduced range of motion in one shoulder. Believe it or not, since I started teaching this class regularly, my range of motion has actually improved. So there's something about doing it with others that has a salubrious effect on one's health. Something to think about considering coming to our class. The next move is called the wise owl, gazes backwards. So that's the first half. The next movement is called the big bear leans side to side. And so we start in this position, we take a deep breath, we lean back a bit, and we go in a big circle. And then we go back the other way. And again, these asynchronous movements we'll do, 3 to 5 times, depending on how we're feeling and what's hurting and what's not, and how people are doing and stuff like that. The next exercise is called bend backward, touch toes. And it really is bend backward, bend forward, touch toes, which is probably much easier. So take a deep breath and palms up. And then we just trace our whole lower body. Palms flat on the floor if you can do it. Have a big breath. And down, we'll do that 3 to 5 times as well. Moving on. Clench fists with fierce gaze. This is a punching exercise. It's very martial. You punch with great focus while exhaling, relax, and then squeeze in with much focus. Inhale on the way back. Exhale, relax, clench, and inhale. Do again 3 to 5 pairs. And then finally, we will send a little shock wave through our bodies. The Chinese, the English translation of the Chinese description of this is bounce 7 times to cure the 100 illnesses, which is basically, eat an apple a day to keep the doctor away. So we just kind of get our shoulders up around our ears and then just let it go. Boom. And we get a little bounce in the body there. And those are the 8. And so typically we'll take 15, 20 minutes plus talking about it, answering questions. We encourage questions. We encourage people to answer other people's questions. And then we move into the Taiji. So for Taiji, every Taiji set starts and ends exactly the same. So the beginning move for all Taiji is prepare and begin. And the arms feel like they're just floating up in water until they get to about chest, shoulder high. And then a wee bit back and down. Every Taiji set starts from here. And so one of the things we might do is called part horse's mane, which looks like this, parting the horse's mane. And we do the other side, parting the horse's mane. And then we might do something called brush knee, which looks like this. And the other side. Or we could do something called cloud hands. Looks like this. And then finally we might, and this is how every set ends, cross hands and finish. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. It's a very gentle, a very introspective, mindful, meditative practice that many people find helpful. I will also offer that modern science research, modern medical research has demonstrated without doubt that the regular practice of Qigong and Taiji helps regulate blood sugar, blood pressure, heart rate, and contributes to a general well-being in older age. And so it's scientifically supported by modern medicine, many of the claims that have been made for 2,500 years for the practice. And so if you're at all interested, I encourage you to join our class and check it out. Thank you for your time.